overview at the end as well, and what my final thoughts are. Oh, come on, Siri. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, Lily's Lens on Life. We discuss a lot of travel and lifestyle related topics here, but with a particular scope on living more sustainably. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and check me out on social media. The main place that you can find me is Instagram, but I am Lily's Lens on Life on all platforms. I was polling you guys over on Instagram and trying to get a better idea of what you guys would be interested in me making videos about. And this was one idea that got pitched, and I did a poll and it received a ton of support. So I'm not very surprised that I'm doing this video, as makeup remover wipes, and specifically reusable ones, have gained a lot of attention and a lot of traction over the last few years, and for very good reason. When I was younger, I think I didn't really think too much about single-use wipes. You know, they were just part of that standard list of items that you picked up from the drugstore monthly or bi-monthly or however often you did. And it was just part of your beauty routine to wipe away your makeup, toss it away. They were thin, they were small, they were convenient, and you know, it couldn't possibly take that long for them to break down. And yet the problem is that every single wipe I ever used in my life is still sitting in a landfill breaking down today. Contrary to what a lot of companies will say, most wipes aren't actually biodegradable and take up to 100 years or more to break down in a landfill. The other issue is that wipes that aren't thrown in the trash can often end up flushed down the toilet, and this ends up clogging our sewage systems. It ends up causing damage to marine life, and it also ends up polluting our beaches. And the amount of waste is not the only issue with these single-use wipes. The other part is that a lot of these wipes contain harmful chemicals like triclosan and parabens, which are known to irritate and cause damage to the skin. So not only is this bad for our skin and our personal health and well-being, because they end up in our waterways and our landfills, this is also another part of why it's so damaging to our environment. Good news is that there are companies that have come out with reusable makeup wipes, which are not only way better for the environment, but also for our skin as well. For the last 3 to 6 months, I have been putting 3 different types of reusable makeup remover cloths to the test so that I can provide you guys with the most thorough review I can. Again, these are my personal experiences, my personal thoughts and opinions, but I'm hoping to share with you what I thought my pros and cons were of each of the items, and then at the end, what my overall thoughts were and what my recommendation is. From fabrics and kinds that we're going to dive into today are bamboo velour, bio-cotton, and polyester. The very first set that I'm going to dive into is the bamboo velour. So this pack I ordered actually off of Amazon. It retails for $22.99 Canadian. It came in 18 packs, so it included 16 different wipes. So it came, here's a few of them. And there were 4 yellow, 4 blue, and 4 green. So this is what they looked like, brand new, not used. So I haven't used these ones at all. So it came with 16 of those, which are the bamboo velour. And then it also actually came with 4 cotton pads like this. You can see these ones have been used. So you can tell by how it's been washed and has lost a little bit of its shape here. As I said, 18 piece, so again, 12 bamboo velour, 4 cotton, and then it also came with a bag to hold everything in. And it also came with a laundry bag, which I actually really like. This was the only set that came with a laundry bag. It's just nice for when you use the pads to have somewhere to put them that looks a little bit nicer than just kind of having them loose on the sink. So that's what that looks like. I have used it to wash them since, and I've had no issues, no ripping or anything, so that's been really good. Claimed on the website that these could be used up to 1,000 times, which is really great. Obviously, they are said that you should air dry them, but I've just been throwing them in the dryer and it's been totally fine. So what I really liked about this set is that the bamboo velour is super, super soft. It does feel very nice on the skin, and they did really work just with using water. You just soak it underneath the sink, squeeze out the excess water, and wipe away your makeup. They worked really well. I was really happy with that. I also really liked the cotton one specifically for applying my toner when I was washing my face afterward. So I do like the dual use for those 2 different types of fabrics a lot. So that I've been really impressed with. They're a little bit small in my opinion, like for a size comparison, but they do work to get off all of your makeup with just one wipe. So again, that's not a huge deal. And because there are so many of them, it makes it easy for you to have leftovers while the others are being washed, so that you're not left without an option to take off your makeup at the end of one day, for example. For aesthetic purposes, they did stain a little bit, I noticed. So I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see this in the camera or not, But this is one, for example, that I have used quite a few times, and then I've also washed it at the end of using it, and it has come back with a little bit of staining from probably my mascara or eyeliner or something. Not a huge deal, especially since you're probably keeping them in a bag and then you're taking makeup off and then you're washing them. But it is something to note. The colors are really cute though. One other con I wasn't thrilled about, but again, not a huge deal. This one has not been used. You can see the shape. This one has been used. If you look at the shape, they just kind of get a little bit crinkly and lose a bit of their nice shape, especially the cotton ones. They get kind of a little bit wonky after being used and washed, but at the end of the day, they worked really well. They're soft on the skin, and I like that you have the bamboo or velour for softly removing your makeup, and then I use the cotton pads for my toner. So that's been really great. The next set I have is the bio cotton ones, and I got these off of a website called well.ca. It's a Canadian group, I believe based out of Guelph. I order a lot of products from them that I really love. They came in a set of 5, so they came with 2 eye and 3 face wipes. They're different sizes, so you can see this one was supposed to be the face one, and this one is supposed to be the eye one. It also included a laundry bag, similar to the other ones. However, I have to say this one did not hold up so well. I only washed everything in it one time, and there's already a hole, as you can see. So I wasn't really impressed with that. That kind of sucks. Regarding the actual pads themselves, the smaller ones that they say are for the eyes, I found are a lot softer than the ones for the face. So the ones for the face have 2 sides on them, and one side is softer, and then the other side is kind of more like a towel-like fabric that you can see here. I really didn't like how after using them and washing them, the material puckered and got really loose. As you can see, it kind of pulls apart like that. It just was kind of weird to use, and as you can see from me holding them up to the camera, they've also stained quite a bit, and I think that's also from the coloring. It just shows a lot more. So those have been used, and these were just washed, so that's what they look like after washing them. They worked decently. I don't love that the material came apart like that. I found the scrubbing a little bit weird because the materials kind of shifted and separated a little bit. So they worked, but they felt a little bit awkward to me, but they did work with using just water. So again, you don't need to use makeup remover or anything like that, which is great. I really appreciate how they've been made with bio cotton and that there's fewer of them. I did really want to like these a lot. I had high hopes for them, but in terms of just their functionality and how they've held up in comparison to the other ones I've been using, it's a no from me. I'm still going to use them. I have found another use that I think they're great for. I'm actually going to use them as my reusable cloths for nail polish remover. They've already kind of been damaged because they are so stained from removing my makeup and everything. So you can see I'm using this one as a nail polish remover cloth. I don't really care that they're stained as long as I can keep using them. So for me, that's fine. The third and final reusable makeup remover wipe that we're discussing today is actually called the Makeup Eraser. I believe it's the original OG kind of founded remover cloth for makeup. I bought mine at Sephora. They also sell them online at the Makeup Eraser website. I'm gonna link all of these down below so you can check them out for yourself. But this one retails for $26 at Sephora. You can buy it online. I believe it's around $29 American, so they're a bit more expensive online. But that being said, they have a lot more colors and fun patterns and stuff that you can choose, so maybe that's worth it for you. Is the cloth here. I have the original Makeup Eraser, which is just this hot pink color. It's one long big cloth, reusable cloth, and it is made of a polyester, an antibacterial polyester fabric. It's very soft, and it's said that it's double-sided, so you'll notice that it looks different. This is the one side. I believe this is the long fiber side, and this is meant to be used for exfoliation. And then this is the short fiber side, which is meant for actually removing your makeup. So I guess you would theoretically use this side first and then this side second. However, I'm gonna be honest, in all the time I've been using this makeup eraser, I don't really notice a difference between the two sides. I just use both for removing my makeup. So there's that. They on the website that the Makeup Eraser is equivalent to about 3,600 single-use makeup wipes, which is quite significant and similar to the first wipes that I mentioned in this video. This one is machine washable, and well, they all are. I've just been machine washing all of them. Anyways, They say this one is machine washable up to 1,000 times, so that is also quite significant. This is the one I've actually had the longest. This was the first reusable makeup wipe that I ever got, so it's been well loved so far. I've had it for probably about 6 months, if not maybe a little bit longer at this point. I really like it. I think it works super well with just water. It's very soft and it's very gentle on the skin. They recommend you wash it maybe 1 to 2 times per week, so it's easy to throw in with your laundry, your towels, or whatever. You can throw it in the dryer with your towel load, or you can also hang it up to dry, which I also do as well. Something else you'll probably notice as I was holding it up to the camera is that it doesn't stain. So this actually hasn't kept any stains whatsoever from any of the makeup I've used, whether it's been waterproof or not. I also like that it's said to be antibacterial, which is also nice. The cons is that, I mean, it's one cloth, right? So if you're really specific with only using like one section of the cloth every time you remove your makeup, then that's one thing. But then also you have like one cloth sitting like on your towel rack and it just looks really dirty because it has all this old removed makeup on it, and that's just like between uses, which is maybe not ideal. 'Tis life though. I mean, at least you're only using one cloth. But other than that, I mean, it's polyester, which is a plastic material. So obviously from a sustainability standpoint, that's not great for the material. But that being said, given how well it's held up since I've used it, I do see myself using this for a very, very long time. The quality is high, but if we're gonna be talking about pros and cons of each of these items, then of course it is a con that it's made from polyester. Other than that, I feel like the only other con I can really think of is that it's the highest price point. Again, like $26 Canadian at Sephora, or if you get it online, $29 US. But for the higher price point, keep in mind you're also getting a pretty high quality item. The first one we went over was the bamboo velour, and that was the one that came with the multiple colors as well as the cotton pads. I did really like these. I'm going to continue to use them. When I think that these are great to use instead of the makeup eraser will be when I go to the gym and I just want to take 1 or 2 pads and put them in my bag, and then I can keep them there to use for when I'm going to the gym, or even when I'm traveling or I'm going on a weekend trip and I need a couple of makeup remover cloths just for a few days and then I can come home and wash them. That's when I feel like these are going to be really useful and I'm going to love them. So I'm going to continue to use those. I'm also going to continue to use the cotton pads for my toner every day when I'm washing my face, which I really like. As well, I will continue to use the machine washable laundry bag that they came with because that has held up well and has kept them from getting lost in the washing machine. So what I'm going to say with recommending those, I do recommend them. I think that if you're somebody who travels a lot or would really benefit from having the 2 different materials for face washing and removing, and then you can use them at the gym and the versatility there, I do recommend them. I think probably if you're siblings or you have a friend, you can probably buy 1 pack and then split them because you do get a lot in the 1 package. As to the bio cotton ones, which were the white ones that I talked about second, I'm not going to continue to use these as my reusable makeup wipes since I have the other ones. I just am not that thrilled with how they held up. That being said, I'm going to still use them as my nail polish remover cloths because I don't really care about what they look like or anything like that. If they get a little bit ratty, that's fine. I'll keep them in the little cloth they came to, or at least until it holds up, since I don't know how long that will be as it ripped after the first wash. Out of all of these, I don't recommend this particular set. It sucks because I like that they're made of bio cotton, but out of the 3, I just don't really recommend them. As I'm sure you guys can probably guess, I am definitely going to continue to use my makeup eraser. This is my go-to reusable makeup remover cloth at home. While it is a little bit more expensive than, for example, the other ones I mentioned in this video, I do think that the price point is worth it. And although it is a synthetic material, I've been incredibly impressed with how it's held up. I do think it's going to last a lot longer than especially the bio cotton ones, but maybe the other ones as well, because it's one big cloth. Once I'm done with this, once it gets really ratty and old, I don't know if I'd really reuse these ones for like cleaning the house or something, but this one could be very easily repurposed and downcycled into a dish rag or something else like that. So it gains points on a sustainability standpoint for me there as well. I very much do recommend this one. I do think that with a few extra dollars, the quality really speaks to it, and I think that it will last quite a long time. So I really hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you guys can check out my videos every single week. If you have any questions, please be sure to drop them them in the comments down below, and I would be happy to respond and discuss anything you guys are thinking. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my video next week. Bye!